Tonight, KPIX 5's Andria Borba shows us the technology may have evolved over the years, but our mission has not changed.
Good evening. Here's what's new at 6:30.
I saw schools bombed. I saw cathedrals bombed.
This is kind of the first computer of the 1990s.
You're the co-chair of the convention. Why isn't Wilson speaking?
I don't know. I think there's a difference between the co-chairman and the planner.
For the past 7 decades, KPIX 5 has broadcast to the Bay Area. That's 70 years worth of news, documentaries, and entertainment. This old news film may seem like old news to you, but it's actually evidence, a record of what happened in the Bay Area.
It's actually the Bay Area's history.
We've brought you the stories of those who've sacrificed their time, in some cases their lives, to bring about needed social change.
How can you not be involved with people who are in poverty and outside the mainstream of community life?
The fight over wages and working conditions.
The California Migrant Ministry, a Christian nonprofit who helped to organize migrant farm workers in the Central Valley. Cesar Chavez, a Mexican-American farm worker who became one of the most important civil rights leaders of our time.
We're not crazy about boycotting and striking. We much rather negotiate.
We have civil rights.
Harvey Milk, who clashed with John Briggs in a KPIX debate over the rights of gays and lesbians to teach in public schools.
So the reason you wanted to be elected to high office is so you could recruit and convert every young adolescent homosexual. Those are your own words. You're the one who keeps bringing up this phony recruitment. You know you're lying, you know you're changing the statements around, and you're doing that all the way around just like you shifted the money around in your campaigns.
And we can't sit on our stools of do-nothingism.
The Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. in San Francisco.
We've learned to fly the air like birds. We've learned to swim the seas like fish. And yet we haven't learned to walk the earth as brothers and sisters.
No one should take LSD unless they're in a state of grace.
Our historical footage contains evidence of a great social upheaval.
So I'm going to end up going back to jail at some point.
Peaceful protests against the Vietnam War and for the freedom of speech.
Obviously, I'm not making any attempt to hide from people the fact that I handed out leaflets.
The National Guard with fixed bayonets and gas masks marching on the Cal campus. Overhead, a helicopter sprayed tear gas on the students and anti-war protesters.
Open the door!
The police who turned fire hoses on demonstrators inside the rotunda at San Francisco City Hall. There was the good.
Again, the building is 101 California Street.
The bad.
He was armed with what we believe to be his automatic or semi-automatic weapon.
And the ugly.
What are the dangers facing white people? You say living or dying.
Racial extinction. Racial extinction. And if the white man goes, the planet goes.
The American Nazi Party in San Francisco. Most of our film and tape archives are now housed at San Francisco State University.
Benny Buffano.
Chief Archivist Alex Cherian.
We have thousands of hours of local news film, documentary, and broadcast videotape from KPIX.
The heart of the TV Archives collection is kept in the new wing of the J. Paul Leonard Library. It's a state-of-the-art automated retrieval system that is 3 floors deep.
We have over 200,000 film and video items stored in our library retrieval system.
We are passionate about preserving all historical materials for our community, and that includes news broadcasts from KPIX, and we want to make sure that future generations have access to the materials that document our culture.
Cherian and his staff are digitizing all of our footage. You can see it online for free.
History is interesting, and yes, it's also cool, but it can also be a constructive way to reflect on what's happening today. We want people to use this material. Please engage with it.
There's another aftershock just rocked this building.
From major disasters to everyday life, our footage shows the real deal.
This dog came from a puppy mill in Missouri.
Here's to 70 more years. In San Francisco, Andria Borba, KPIX 5.
And to witness KPIX 5's Bay Area history, go to kpix.com and click on our anniversary section.